Hello there, fellow humans. How are you doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at this amazing asset pack that I just finished, and I'm super excited to show everyone because, I mean, the last one, the guns one, yeah, I did cheat a little bit. I had some help from a blueprint artist. I did some stuff. I did some, yeah, it wasn't easy. I had to learn a bunch about visual effects and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm not too proud of that one because I had a lot of help from someone else. This one, however, I'm super proud because I did everything, every single thing. I did it myself, and I'm super proud of that. Now, let's check it out. So actually I'm going to switch to my mouse and is it actually going anywhere? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so first thing you see is, holy crap, it looks fantastic. I just love this one. I honestly do. I love this place so much just because I always had a thing for stuff with elements, right? So I've done a bunch. If you go and check out my portfolio, which you're very welcome to, I need the views. There's a lot of works that relate to elements, and because I love elemental stuff, I made some the golems, there's one with power cubes. The power cubes one is completely based off of you know, what do you call those things? Elements, the fire, water, all this stuff. So this one is not different, and I really wanted to make this one like super, like with a lot of things, but it was just okay. So if I keep adding stuff and just keep adding and adding and adding, I'm never gonna finish. So what I decided to do is, first of all, see if this thing sells, because otherwise, if this thing doesn't sell, I'm gonna spend like 1 year working on it, and then what? Nobody's gonna buy it, and that's time wasted. I need the cashola. I need the money. I need to pay rent. I need to buy food. I need to give maintenance to my computer. So yeah, unfortunately, I do have to draw the line somewhere, and I decided to draw it there, and it's pretty complete. You'll see in a second. I'll give you a tour for through this place. I actually included a couple of secret secret places there. Oh man, I love this stuff. I'm in love with this thing. I can't begin to tell you how much I love this thing. It's just so freaking awesome. And I hope you like it too. There's sound effects. So where do we start? Actually, let's go straight first. Just breathtakingly beautiful. I love it. And I love this angel. I dragged it from the cemetery one. Actually, it was from a previous cemetery pack. And when I decided to turn it into the new cemetery pack, I was like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to freaking do like include it in the new one. But what I did was to just redo the texture, and I think I also redid the I'm not sure actually. I can't remember whether I redid the topology. I don't remember if I retopologized Sorry about that. I love this stuff. It's cranberry juice, by the way, sans vodka. So yeah, where is it? There we go. Let's go. Let's go, gamers! I love this place. We're gonna explore every single room in this place, just because the windows are just there for decoration. By the way, you can't look outside. I was going to, but the problem with there was light coming from outside. Just I'll show you why and what for in the next little bit. But actually, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's start here. This is my favorite room, my personal favorite room, and this is why. I started with spotlights, and it just didn't get those crisp shadows that I wanted. It had like this cone, and I didn't like that. So I tried every single thing. I tried with point light. I tried with every single thing I could, and at the end I was like, you know what? Fine. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way with a parallel light. With a excuse me, is it parallel? Actually, let me check, because I always forget. They have different name in Blender. There's a different name in freaking 3D Max that I've used. Yeah, Extreme 3D is another one I've used before. So they all have different names. So in this directional, like, I'm sorry. Yeah, so we, yeah, let's start. Ah, damn it. Sorry. Hate it when you see behind the scenes. When you see that, oh my god. When you see that, bothers me. Okay, so let's go. Woo! 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 Right, so yeah, so we have this whole thing going on. There's some nice little freaking barrels. The floor fucking rocks. I'm sorry about the bad words. Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite room by so much. I'm just in love with this place. And I took special care of making this look feel like I'm going to, ah, god, no, they're not. Okay, sorry. Yes, this is the room of life, by the way. The room of life. It's one of my favorite rooms. But there is death in the room of life. There is death in the room of life. And one thing that is very peculiar is that you can die in every single room except for the room of death. And not die, but like, if you fall in here... Actually, let me fall in here. There's no swimming mechanics, because yeah, it was way too much work. And I don't know what people are going to be using this thing for, so... might as well not waste my time. No, you can't get out of here. Now you're screwed. Now you're just stuck in here. You can't do anything. So basically you just have to, damn it, you have to abort and start over, because there's no way, technically you just died. You lost the game, you have to restart. So yeah, you can't actually, quote unquote, die in the room of life. You can actually die in the room of life, which sucks. The only room where you cannot die, I mean, you know what I mean. There is no death mechanics here, so you just, yeah, the only room where you cannot die is the room of death, which is hilarious. It's hilarious because technically, since you can't get out of the of this place, or what do you call it? Since you can't get out of the, ah god, forgot the name of the thing. Since you can't get out of the, damn it, I forgot the name of the, I call it river. That's why I forgot the name. I don't know what to call this, so let's just call it pool. Since you can't get out of the pool, it's technically as if you drowned. So yeah, I love that there is such an ecosystem here. That the sounds, it's so peaceful. So I love that this guy is a saint. So yeah, it's one of my, if not my favorite room. So let's get out of here, and since we visited the room of life, let's go visit the room of death. And it already starts being dilapidated. See? There is holes in the wall. There is a broken wall over here. You can clearly see it's not going well. And this is why, because this is the room of death. There's something very interesting about the ambience in this room. If you can actually listen to it over my freaking fan, because it's freaking 27 degrees in here. Yes, it's hot. 27 degrees. 54% humidity. I wish I was there. So yeah. If you actually fall into the, oh no, I fell into the thing, I'm gonna die, bleh. Well, actually, there is a, oh my god, don't tell me I took it off. Okay, yeah, so there is, I don't know if you can tell, let me see if, oh there we go. See, there is a couple of boards there that you can use to get in and out. There's an ease of, there's even a bridge, or you can actually just jump. There's blue, beautiful, what do you call these things? Torches. There's torches, blue torches. There is scaffolding. There is this thing where people go to die. There's a bunch of coffins. This is my second favorite room. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my second favorite room, and you cannot die here. There's nothing that can kill you. It's just death themed, I guess, which is sad and it sucks. But that's it. And by the way, those little what do you call these things? Skulls. They are completely done in 3D. The skeletons, the skeletal remains, all this stuff is completely done in 3D and completely textured by hand. And there are not even actually, what do you call it? Because I'm not very good with anatomy, so they are not very well, you know, positioned. They're not so great. But boy, oh boy, they look so fantastic. They look so realistic, even though I didn't actually, they are not anatomically correct. And since they are all scattered, even the ones inside the, I think there is a couple of bones in there as well, a couple of skeletal remains. No, you can't see them. But yeah, you can see some of these skeletal remains are like, actually, damn it. I'm not going like that, even though it's not like I'm going to, you know. But yeah, you can see right there. The skeletal remains are pretty detailed and pretty realistic, even though they are not what what do you call it? Anatomically correct, because I suck at anatomy. I prefer like this sort of thing. I do love. I do love. What do you call this thing? Um, Organic texturing, and organic modeling. I just don't like. God damn it! I just don't like organic. Just don't like too much anatomy. I don't like to. I need too many helpers to get the proportions right. So yeah, it's just such a drag, and I guess that's why I'm not getting better at it, because I just, like, for example, I did have to. I did this character on like the stuff on purpose, so it looks creepy and Nazgulish, Nazguls as the ones from the Lord of the Rings. But for example, this girl, her, I did have to look at a lot of human anatomy, because I wanted the proportions to be right, to be correct, even though I wanted her to be like disturbing, like to look alien, because I didn't want her to be like completely realistic. But the monks, those, I didn't care much for them. There is money! Money everywhere! And acid. You know why I put acid in there? I'll give you 3 guesses. And leave your comments down below. I want you to tell me before I answer why I'm using acid. Okay. Let's see if you were right. The reason I'm using acid is because to process gold you actually need acid. And the acid you need is called aqua regia. Aqua regia or aqua regia. It's basically nitric and what else? It's nitric and sulfuric, or is it chlorhydric? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot what aqua regia is made out of. Dude, that's so freaking shameful. Well, I think it's nitric and hydrochloric acid, both of those mixed, and that's the only thing that can melt gold. Like if you use one of those one of those acids separately, like for example sulfuric or hydrochloric or nitric acids, they won't do anything with gold because it's nearly inert. It doesn't rust, it doesn't it has perfect ductility. I mean, that's why people have been using it for everything. And if you didn't notice, the death room didn't have any windows. This is the second room. That is the second room with no windows. Check it out. You can go upstairs, and this is also the only room that actually does not have. That's the only room that actually does not have one of those metallic iron bars. It didn't have iron bars, it has an actual door, because it's the wealthy room, the room of wealth. Except you can die in here. And here's a little surprise. It's really cool. This one I love. Check it out. Secret passage, bitches. Oh my god, I can't get out. Suck at playing games. Ah, yes. Check it out. Look where I am. And that's the only way you can actually access this room. Because And it's so easy to fall through, by the way. I made one of those, I'm pointing at, like you can see, I made one of those, hold on. I made one of those boards, they are loose. So when you walk on top of them, they just, they fall through and drop you, and you have to go all the way back to the gold room and actually do it all over again. Have to go through, over the bridge, nearly drown in acid, open the door, go through there, enter the thing, god damn it, enter the thing, like, then go there, and go that, bam! Let's see if we can actually fall through. Oh, actually didn't. Okay. So this one time, oh, damn it. Well, we did fall through, but through a natural gap. Well, I mean, doesn't always. And by the way, this is why, oh my god, I get confused. I don't like third-person games. But I made this one third-person just so you can appreciate better what this place is all about. So this is why you can't get on the thing. And by the way, you can see this message popping up constantly saying texture over budget. That's because all these textures that you're looking at, they are 4K. So hold on. They are 4K. So yes, I went there, and they are super heavy. They bug down the system. It's kind of a little bit annoying. Where did we go already? We went to the room of life, the room of death. We went to the room of... by the way, I don't know if you noticed that the monk, this monk statue, it has a little crown. Which, by the way... it says una corona por favor. That means a crown, please. So yeah, I hate rings of humidity on my desk, so I have an actual just left a ring. Sorry, I need to clean up. So yeah, I have one of those thingies that I put my glass on. I need to buy another one. That's like 3 months old, and I've been that I had a bunch of them, and as soon as they got old enough, I just tossed them because those were disposable. And this is the last one, so it's all dirty and covered in mold and shit. I hate it so much. But yeah, anywho. So that was the room of money. So we went to the room of life, the room of death, the room of wealth. Let's go to the opposite of the room of wealth, and is the room of fire. I don't know why that's the opposite. There's no actual reason for that, rhyme or reason. And this one is also, you can't die. You can't actually die here because there's no death mechanics, but if this was like a thing, you would actually burn alive in here. Like, that's actual lava, right? You can't get out of it, but you don't need to restart the game if you fall into it. But if there were death mechanics, you would actually burn in there. You would actually burn to death. And same here. My balls are burning. Everything. There's even a well full of lava. I love it so much. Then this one also has a window, unlike the death one. So yeah, this is my third favorite room, just because I love fire. By the way, I made those fire effects. I made these from scratch. I learned with the other one, the I learned with the the game with the guns, pew pew pew. Those I learned to do them like from scratch, because I didn't want to like pay royalties to some dude or someone who gets you're using my thingies, and I was like, damn it, I can't do that. So what I did was to make the little firelets myself. I made the cloudlets or smokelets, whatever you want to call them. I made them myself as well. I made the lava. The lava, I think that's the part I hate the most. I mean, like this, it looks fine. Kind of looks cool, but I don't like it so much. Like, it could be better. I just didn't know how to do it, how to make it better. But then again, I mean, you can. This is a asset pack for mostly the architecture, right? So you don't really need the visual effects. You can get a specialized pack. Oh, and by the way, let's go to a secret room number 2. Damn it, I hate it when this thing you get stuck in here. There we go. Let's go in here, then in here, and Jesus Christ. Here's another one, but I hate it that these sometimes you can pass through very easily, and sometimes you get stuck. Damn it. And it looks like that's the case. We're gonna have to force our way through, and guess where we are? Room of life, baby! Room of life! This is one of the rooms I love the most. Woo! So, room of life. Oh damn it, I hate it when he gets stuck because of the... Now I fell to lava and died. So yeah, you can die in every single room except the room of death. Which I did that on purpose, by the way. That was just a cool thing. Well, I like subversion of expectations. Do we need to address anything else over here? I don't think so. Let's move on. We already went to the room of wealth, the room of life, the room of death, the room of ball sacks. Actually, what is this? This is the elemental rooms. Let's go to... damn it, I can't decide. Let's go to this one. That's the penultimate room. And what do you think this room is going to be about? If the first room on this side was the room of life, the room of fire, what's this room gonna be about? Make your bets in the comments down below and let me know. Let me know what you think it's gonna be, cause I'm about to unveil it, and it's gonna be the room of water. And it's I already lost count of how many. I really love how the water came out on this one, because I did a hell of a lot of research on how wet floors look like. It's just, I'm in love with how the floor on this one came out. The water, can you hear that? I actually designed the sound effects for everything. The water falling on the grate. The water falling. Yes, it's falling. The water falling down there. Can you hear it? I really love it. It's the fountain has a different sound as well. And yes, you can actually, I mean, if there were death mechanics, you would drown in there because you cannot exit. I will not show you, because I'm pretty sure you know that you you fall in there and you have to restart the game. I don't want to restart the game, so let's just move on and take my word for it. Getting taking a shower again. Listen to that. Fucking love it. I'm sorry about the bad words. So yeah, this is one of my favorite rooms as well. I love how it turned out. I love how realistic some of the stuff looks. Yeah. And I did take a lot of work. It did take a lot of work. Oh, I got a drip on my head. It did take a lot of work to do this this whole water thing. It took a lot of tutorials, took a lot of work, and it still doesn't look perfect. Like from some angles, it just looks right. That looks somewhat realistic. It's just I'm just not too happy about it. I mean, for all intents and purposes, yes, you will actually like this is good enough for a decent level. There are more realistic ones. Just this one comes. The whole thing comes in the thing. Damn it! Words are hard. Concentrate. All the things that you will need come in this pack. In this asset pack. I'll show you in a little bit. Let's continue. I love everything. I love everything about this. I'm super proud of it because I even made the music. I made the theme song for this for the trailer that you no doubt saw earlier somewhere. So yeah, super proud of this place. So let's just move on. Let's go to, I already lost count where were we? Okay, yeah, so we are going to the opposite of the room of water. And what do you think it is? Yeah. Comments down below. Okay, ready? It's the room of blood. Actually, this room is the room of, I call it the Hellraiser room. And I absolutely love the blood effect. It doesn't even have any there is no actual, what do you call it? Subsurface scattering on the blood. It just looks that way. And I don't know why. It's just a happy coincidence. Forbidden shower. Just love the way it came out. And none of it was on purpose. See the little... I'm pointing at the screen like you can see my finger where it's pointing. Okay, look at the statue, the thing, I put little blood dripping from his eyes. And yes, you can also drown in here. I'm not going to demonstrate, because... Yeah. And check it out. There is a little crown of thorns. This is the room of suffering. That's not Hellraiser. Well, I always give it internal names. Right? I always give it internal names. And this one just happens to be the room of suffering. And actually the name of the room, it started as the Hellraiser room, and then I just decided to call it the room of suffering. There is candles everywhere. There's drippy candles. Again, the candles is a different pack I had. Excuse me. And I'm super happy about how they turned out. This one, unfortunately, does not have any anything cool, really. There's no windows. There's... Woo! Let's summon demons. Damn it. Yeah. Forbidden showers. Woo! There is a bunch of... I love that sound effect. Because obviously there didn't exist before this. So I had to craft it in such a way it could sound like it's coming from down there. It was harder than you think. Like, I had to get very inventive, because I'm not a proper sound designer. I'm not a sound engineer. No, like a proper one. I do it because I have to. What I am is as you can see, texture artist and a model artist. I'm good at it. Just look at it. Looks fantastic. What I am not is a sound engineer, and I'm super proud of how this particular sound came out. So yeah, I wanted to make one of these candles. They are all different, by the way. I want to make one of these candles. Actually, hold on, I need to... Sorry about that. I want to make one of these candles. I wanted to turn it off, which you can, obviously, if you're going to use this thing as is, which I do not recommend. I recommend you do your own stuff, because my sensibilities, my artistic sensibilities, aren't your artistic sensibilities. You need to come up with your own stuff, your own cool stuff. There's even a blood fountain. Isn't that cool? So yeah. Disgusting. Disgusting! So yeah, it's just... You can turn each one of these things, each one of these, how do you call these things? Each one of these lights, like the torches, the candles, all those, that you can simply just turn them off with a switch. Switchy switch. This one still remains as one of my favorite rooms. And some of these textures, by the way, are completely digital. I created them from scratch, and that makes me so freaking proud. Makes me so freaking proud of them. Because they look like photo scans of some kind. I mean, let's not go that far, but yeah. So, before we go back there, how about I drown in a pool of blood? I think it's that one. I think. Wait, is it? I always like get... Is it this one? It is! I always get like lost in my own thing that I made. Let's drown in a pool of blood. This must be absolutely freaking disgusting. I'm dying! Get me out of here! Okay, yeah. Sorry. Get a little bit lost in the fantasy. The room of suffering. I died in the room of suffering. Well, there's no death mechanics, but... Yeah, and let's go to the overview level. So you can check out what is up with this stuff. And obviously there's some delicious, what do you call these things? Foliage. I needed to read, I forgot the word foliage existed. So yeah, there's some foliage of all kinds, but I wanted to show you something really cool that you can do with the foliage here. Check it out. Foliage. You go to this thing, and for that, actually no, you know what? Let's go to the dungeon level because I want to show you in the actual level. Okay, so I know it's here to the left. Okay, so which one? Let's use this part. Let's use this one. So you can actually control a lot of things, by the way. There's so much stuff that you can have control over here. We don't need a preview here. Okay, so there's so much stuff that we can have a control over. You can have the wind intensity, you know, if there's wind direction. You don't want to use so much wind direction here because, yeah, it's wrapped around stuff. So it looks weird. That's where I'm going. But yeah, you can control the wind speed, you know, depending on where you're going to use it. Ideally, you want to not mess with those types of settings for the ones that are wrapped around stuff. But maybe, you know, for the other plants, you maybe could duplicate it and just give those a different wind intensity, you know? Just saying. Now, here's the cool stuff that I wanted to show you. Did you notice something? You can make the plants decay. So now the room of life becomes the room of death. And you can do it like really cool. Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah. See? You can make it lush, super lush. I don't think that's realistic though. So what I do, or what I did, was to go halfsies. And obviously you can have some areas like have different levels of decay. Maybe you could even make it procedural. But yeah, this one took me a very long while because I did not use tutorials. I'm sure there is a tutorial somewhere out there. I just had to figure it out myself, which was freaking annoying. So yeah. I'm super proud of this effect because I came up with it on my own. Like most things, like for example, oh damn it. Most things, like for example, the lava, I had to go find some tutorials and see, oh yeah, you can do this and that and those and that. So I did use tutorials to create the lava effect. And then I added, I was like, yeah, this lava looks cool, but also I want this lava to do this and that and those. So I came up with my own twist to the tutorial that I saw. So like there is no single tutorial to do this particular lava effect. And it's just insanely complicated. Actually, let me show it, damn it. Let me, fuck. Oh, there we go. Let me show you the M lava. Check this out. It's pretty complicated. There's one for the emissive color, which, and there is some distortion on this thing. There's some distortion on the distortion, just so it's more complex. There's some, what do you call that thing? The normals, there's some normals that you can control how much. Actually, let me show you the thing. It moves very slowly. You can have flow speed. Actually, flow speed. Cool, isn't it? Damn it. Okay, emissive brightness. Can make it super bright. Can make it super dark. Can displace it a lot, displace it a little. You can make it pulsate faster. You can tile it. I mean, depends really what you're going to be using it for, that you can actually, you know, just find a way to play around with this thing. But yeah, you have a ton of freaking what do you call these things? Options. Forget words constantly. It's barfing out. And it looks like this is on purpose. Like it's just it looks like it's coming out, but it's actually by accident because there's a bunch of particles, and you can actually see them, the individual particles. They are oval in shape. So yeah. Again, I found this really cool. Like the whole learning curve for this thing, and the fact that I didn't actually just use one single just didn't use one single type of tutorial, that I mixed them up. Yeah, some of these stuff I don't think there's tutorials for. Same with the water. I had to make the water. I kind of reused the water I made for the Japanese one, the Japanese Shinto shrine kind of project, the Japanese house project, and it had like a small river in there. It kind of looked cool, but I decided to upgrade the water effect. There's some more. I don't even remember what I changed about it, because it's been a while. This whole project took me a month to work through. But yeah, you have a lot of. You can use this stuff for a river or something. Or, you can make. Whoopsie daisy, I messed up. Okay, so yeah, see. You can actually like have different types of water surfaces. And actually, when you go inside, there is one of those things. One of these. The water is a little bit murky and a little bit greenish. There is one of those things. What do you call it? Post-process volume. So I just wanted to not have a separate water for this one and a separate water for this one. And in this one it looks natural, and when you submerge, kind of looks fine, as it should. But when you go to this one, it kind of looks like it doesn't match. Damn it. It kind of looks like it doesn't match because you go there. So what I do recommend, if you end up getting this thing, it's in here in the deep water, we maybe want to make it a little bit more greenish, maybe perhaps like that. And now it matches. See? But again, just out of convenience, I just made one. One thing that I really proud of, that I am really proud of is also these what do you call these things? Um, the particles, the particle effects, which here they are here in the visual effects. We have acid fountain. There is acid bubbles. Oh, actually, I didn't even mention those in the tutorial. I mean, there's not too much science about it. Where are you? Whoopsie daisy. There you. Excuse me. I'm gassy. So yeah, we have little bubbles which are right here. It's not like, yeah, it's just super simple. You can change actually the color of the bubbles, and you can change the color of the little acid. Super, 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 super cool. And where is it? I think it's this side. Oh, no, 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 it was the other one. I'm a dumbass. Damn it. I always get lost, even though I made it myself. I always get lost in this place. Because there are 6 rooms. There's 3 rooms on this side, there's 3 rooms on this side, and they are supposed to be the opposite of each other. So the room of life is opposite to the room of death. The room of gold is opposite to the room of fire, because obviously fire, you melt things with fire. The other one dissolves them. I don't know, just kind of a little bit arbitrary. I just wanted to use the things that I made for this place. So yeah, you have different colors of fire. Which, oh my god, this one I made for it's not included in the pack. I just made it on the fly in the tutorial, showing people how it's done and how you do this stuff. So yeah, I forgot to delete it. It's even called green 1 because I took it. I just duplicated green 2. Excuse me, green normal. Sorry. It's just super easy. You just have to take the flames and the sparks, and you need to go here to scale color, and that's it. Looks really cool. I love it. There's blue fire, though now there's purple fire because I thought, and yeah, some of these. See, this is the loose board. Let's go with that. It's barely resting there. So if you if you take a wrong step, you just go whee downstairs. You have to go all the way back to the room of gold and go through this. Go through the room, then go there, then whee. Until you learn not to fall. Which, if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't really fall. If you know the secret, if you're playing for the first time, you will either fall unless you're one of those jumpy players. I used to like jump my way through different through games. So yeah, this is also the room of sand. In case you didn't notice. There's sand everywhere. It's coarse, and I forgot what the name of the line is. But yeah, it's coarse and gets everywhere. You can barely see it though because it's so dark. And I'm also super proud of this. What do you call this thing? The fog. The fog. I'm super proud of the broken stairs, because I didn't actually make another like from scratch. I didn't make the stairs from scratch. I just broke them, and somehow it actually worked. somehow it actually worked. I didn't think it would work. I made this rock, this broken rock effect for the broken, which by the way, I wanted to have one of those broken statues here. Oh, I didn't even show you. Let's go to the overview level. Let's don't save. Yeah, so let's come here. Yeah, so this thing, let me show you. So I made this texture effect for that. I didn't want to make another one because it's already was like a ton of. There was already a ton of these assets. I've even lost count of how many there are. So yeah. By the way, I was doing the tutorial, and I was walking down here, and I just went wee. And it just, I don't know, there was some clipping issue here, so I just walked. I barely touched, I think, this one, and just whoosh, propelled me in the air. So yeah, there is. Now that we are here, let me show you a bunch of stuff. That is so cool. Mold leaks, moss, there's acid, there's blood. Obviously that's not how acid looks, but you know. I think acid usually looks like water. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. Like you can modify them enough for them to look better or cooler or whatever. There's some hooks. There's a bunch of broken wood. Which, by the way, these are super easy to put together. Like, building that whole thing that you saw, most of it, like, adding the detail took me several weeks because I was like, damn it, sorry, mouse. Yeah. It's a little bit difficult to work with, like, I don't like working with a mouse, but also when I like try to use one of these to move around, which is what I normally use, sometimes I want to actually like go in different directions, and it's a little bit tricky because it's a pen, it's not a mouse, it's not made for gaming, and I always forget to switch them up. That's the only reason I have wireless mouse. There's no other reason why I have a wireless mouse. That's the only reason. I don't mind using wired mouses. It's just that I have to move it from side to side because I like to work with this thing. Anywho, rant over. Let's. God, and I love this what do you call this thing? Heat distortion effect. I don't know why it strikes me as something so beautiful in a game. So anywho, my point was that yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Yeah, see, I hate it. I hate it when it gets stuck. Oh, come on. Come on, I hate it. I hate it. There we go. Yay! Yay me. Ah, oh, damn it. Now it's stuck again. Okay, cool. Yeah, that one too. You can actually, you know, the only reason it gets stuck is because there is no forces that I can use. Like, there is no freaking, you know, one of those, what do you call them? RPGs. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there is. Let's continue. There's a lot of pre-broken stuff. So debris. There's bricks. There's a whole lot of pre-broken stuff. And like I said, I'm super proud of this because you can't even tell. It's just the exact same thing as the other, the normal freaking stairs. Hold on, it's a little bit of a big map. I mean, all things considered. So yeah, these are the normal stairs, and I just used these exact stairs, and bam, that's it. Insane, isn't it? The hell was that? Oh yeah, this thing. I don't know why the sounds glitch out. There is nothing that triggers them. Just a real engine decides to let me play you the song of my people. I'm gonna have to re-upload this thing because it's floating there, and it shouldn't. And this one also shouldn't, because I moved it the opposite direction. Yeah, there's a couple of things that I had to change because the marketplace, according to me, my system, it was a little bit better, but the marketplace wanted me to move every single thing, every single pivot point to the corner of the object. And that somehow, to me, that's bullshit, because the way I had it set it up, the way I had it set up, it was the pivot point in the middle, and that doesn't make much sense with these ones because these are walls. But when you're working with the rest of them, it makes it so much easier and so much easier to put together, because you know they are in the center, and you just move them. Anywho, yeah. Rant over. My point is that the marketplace made me relocate every single pivot point. So some of them actually I forgot to move the thing. What do you call this thing? The little yeah, basically I need to just relocate them, and they are fine. So yeah, this is by far one of my favorite one of my favorite what do you call these things, asset packs that I've done. By far, it's one of my favorite ones, and I suck at playing it. There we go. That's so cool. I've never done that. Here, there's a bunch of doors. There's several ones. There's an ornate one that I actually took from the cemetery level. It's not the exact same one, actually. Funnily enough, I remade it because it needed to match this one, which I thought was very simple, and it actually was designed specifically for this specific game. Except I wasn't too happy with the, like, maybe what if someone wants something a little bit more ornate? Like we have these these things. What do you call these things? We have where are they? Oh my god, it's so hard. There's so many assets. Oh, there we are. There they are. So there's a bunch of these ones, right? That you can put on a freaking, what do you call this thing? Fountain. You can put them on a door entrance or a door knocker. Anywhere, right? So I was like, well, what if you wanted the thing to look as beautiful. So I decided to just steal one from the cemetery pack and just shove it in there, just for the sake of ornamentation. And yeah, what else? What else do we have here? There's a bunch of really cool stuff. Yeah, there is no exteriors, unfortunately. That's kind of sucky because, well, I don't know. There's no real rhyme or reason. There just isn't. Hold on. I'm gonna have a sip. I love this stuff. It's like alcoholism, but for, what do you call it? Oh, no, well, I should wrap this up anyway, and I'll go get more. I love cranberry juice, and you know, I think I said it in a different, what do you call this thing? A different blog, that I like this mixture of hibiscus, like hibiscus infusion, cold one, not hot, not tea, infusion. So I love this infusion with hibiscus and cranberry, and you can put some chia seeds in there and just let them get all bloated. And you drink that shit. Super good for your kidneys. It has a bunch of calcium. It has even more calcium than milk because of the chia seeds. It's amazing for your kidneys. And on top of everything, super healthy. It has lots of antioxidants because of the cranberry juice, because of the chia seeds. So it's a super drink. And I didn't make that one though. It's a different thing. Anywho, yeah, we also have some doors. We have some doors and water ambience. Water. Oh, this the one I'm super proud of. Where is it? Oh, there's underwater. That's me. Torch. Life room ambience. Where is it? Boiling acid. This one I'm really proud of as well. The sound effect, the ambience, this ambient. Actually, that's the. I mixed it out. Where is it? Water stream. Where is it? Well, I don't know where is it. Damn it. I lost it. Oh, this room. There it is. That's the gutter. Can you hear it? It's actually a mixture of all of the above, all the other ones. And it's modulated and equalized in such a way that it sounds like it's coming from an actual gutter, but this one wasn't out of an actual gutter. I just made it sound that way, and I'm super proud of it. And this one too. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm like, yeah, listen to this stuff. And probably you can. It's not even recording the sounds coming from my desktop. So you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? See, like. So this one, the sound effect came out of. I forgot what I used for the sound effect. This one is like at least 15 years old. And I distorted the ever-living shit out of it. Like, I recorded it, then recorded something else, and then recorded another one. So there's 3 in there. And each one of those I distorted, and then I mixed them in, then I distorted that, and then I took out some of the frequencies. I got rid of some frequencies, I boosted some other ones, then I took some other sound that I took the sound effects, excuse me, the frequencies, the lowest frequencies, because this one I flattened the what do you call those things? I flattened the the, the high frequencies. I just squashed them, and then I used the other ones from the other one to add in the high frequencies, because I had already killed all the high frequencies. And for this project, I took that sound and I modified it further, so it's more like more ambient, like it sounds far in the distance. You can hear it. So yeah, I'm super proud of that sound effect as well. The rest ones, I mean, it's whatever. Like, yeah, I think for the fire I just took. Oh, I don't even have. I actually finished my paper. I had a bunch of paper laying around there, and it was starting to get moldy, so it wasn't going to be used anyway. And I have actual a newspaper, but I didn't use the newspaper because I didn't want to ruin the newspaper, so I used actual like sheets of, I think, letter paper I had laying around, and I just wanted to actually use them before they just rotted completely, because this place is very humid. I need to move out. Oh my god, this is so stressful. I don't even want to think about moving out. It's gonna be a nightmare. I gotta fucking tee it. So anywho, let's move on to other things. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, the money, the coin piles. These shits is another thing that I'm super proud of. I don't even know if I should even explain how much of a bitch was making this coin piles. I'll just want to die. Actually, since we're already here and I'm talking, let's just go there and there and just move this thing, since I'm gonna have to do it anyway. There we go. That's it. That's all we had to do. Move it. Where's this one? There's one with the stairs. Yeah, this one. And yeah. There we go. Hey boy. Hey girl. DJ. Here we go. That's it. Whoops. Wait. What was it? Oh my god, I didn't know you could do that one. Cool. But now I know. Now I know. I like that. I like that now I know. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, I did like these this little individual coins. It's actually just one coin, but I did the individual coins. The individual coin, and I duplicated it 5 times for obviously the individual coins, just so there is no too much noticeable repetition. So that's the ones you see there. And then I used that one single coin and just duplicated it for like thousands of times. And I ran simulation after simulation after simulation until the pile of coins looked as I wanted it to look. Like, this is crafted, boy. It took me, I don't know how many simulations. I was already like going insane. I was super unhappy. I was miserable as fuck doing this thing, because it was just so freaking difficult to create this pile of coins. It's not just a pile of coins, it's an engineered pile of coins. Because I knew that when you're going to use it in your level, you are going to overlap them. And when you overlap them, you just have coins that go through each other, and that shit looks just cheap and garbage. So I didn't want to have on top of that coins that go through each other in the in the already assembled piles. So what I did was take care that no coins would go through each other, that they looked fine, that they looked good, and they look like random enough, because obviously sometimes our brains like to look for what do you call those things? They like to look for patterns. So once you do something, you like there's no randomness, right? But when you look at one of these, right, you're like, oh, there's a pattern there. There's 5 equal bricks that look like this, and so and so, and these look like they are blah blah blah. So yeah, you kind of need to, like, there is a feature there, there's no randomness. There is only pseudo randomness, but you know where I'm going with this. Like, there's a feature in Apple iPads, I think, the the Apple Shuffle function, where people said it's not random enough. Like, there is songs that belong to the same artist that they seem to be like actually like creating a pattern, and that's actually truly random. But our pattern seeking brains are just yeah, that's not random. So Apple had to actually make it less random, so it's more random. It's paradoxical. So that's what had happened here. I had to do this simulation over and over and over and over until I got the right kind of thing. Like this little, actually I'm gonna have to just, this little coin that is standing against the inside of the chest, that's by design. Like, there must be a couple of coins in there that I didn't like, like this one standing there. That wasn't on purpose. I didn't want to do it all over again. But in the prior simulations, there weren't many coins that were standing against the what do you call this thing? They weren't standing against the side of the chest. So I wanted that. I wanted coins that were like this, like one after the other, because that's how coins I was looking at in Google Images, like piles of money or piles of gold, where I wanted them to look like kind of like realistic, and they didn't. They just didn't look realistic. They just looked like weird. There were some coins that during the simulation just went through each other, so on and so forth. I mean, same here, same with this pile. I wanted it to look realistic enough. And then there was this thing where it's just a fuckload of coins. That's not good for your frame rate. What do you do then? So I had to find a way, because obviously if you what do you call it? If you actually decimate, that's the word. If you actually decimate that pile of coin, obviously each individual coin is going to be decimated, and it'll just turn into a 3D triangle, and it'll look like a bunch of triangles there. So I was like, I need to find a way where I can decimate it without it looking like crap. So I had to make another one, another pile of coins that actually, and you can't even tell. That's the beauty of it. I'm super proud of it. These are two like in the LODs. If you don't know what an LOD is, it's a level of detail. If you don't come here from the gaming background or game development background, an LOD is a level of detail. So those things in the background, those need a different LOD to the ones that here. Like you can't see all the little polygons on those walls from here, right? So you can't see anything from here. So when you come closer, now you can see all these all these details. But it makes no sense to waste resources in rendering this whole super detailed wall if you're all the way here. It makes no sense at all. So what I did was to basically create a special LOD that is just one piece. The one that is up close, or when you're looking at it up close, there is individual coins there, so it looks realistic. When you look at it from this distance, the coins are like it's just one single sheet, but it has like some level of geometry there, just so you can tell there's something. And when you look at it, when the program Unreal Engine starts to decimate that pile of coins, which now is a sheet with a little bumps in there that represent coins. Now you can, since there is no discrete pieces like with the pieces of gold, they start to merge into a single sheet, and there's no issue there. You can't even tell how much I love that works like that. And another thing I wanted to talk about was this little bastards. My God, I can't believe how realistic they look. I mean, to be made from God, my back. To be made out of just I made these for the Baba Yaga. What is it called? The Baba Yaga. Damn it! I forgot the name. for the Baba Yaga asset pack, which didn't sell very well, by the way, which sucks. I made these for the Baba Yaga, just the skulls, and for this one, I was like, yeah, but we need the complete skeletons. So what I did was just look at some reference and just more or less give it the shape of a bone, really. Like, if you're looking at it like that, you can't even tell it's not real bones until you put them together and you're like, why does it look so weird? And it's like, it's not anatomically correct, that's why. But I'm super proud of on how I actually gave it that old bone effect, which I really still can't believe that came out so easily. I mean, it wasn't easy, but yeah. Anywho, moving on. Yeah. And that's another thing. The little statuettes, little statues. So yeah, that's the story. Actually, I didn't tell a story. I told a bunch of stories. Anywho, if you want to hear more of these dumbass stories of development, just let me know in the comments down below, because if I don't know if you like it, I don't know if I should post more of these. And if you want me to make some cool what do you call these things? Hold on. If you want me to make more of these cool tutorials on how I did some of these, because I'm going to, like I said in the beginning, I do plan to update this this lovely asset pack. So I do want to add some, I don't know, maybe a carriage over there, maybe a pile of what do you call that thing that straw, a pile of straw, more coiled up rope. I feel like there's not enough rope staying these. More special effects, maybe update some of the special effects, because I'm constantly learning stuff, or constantly getting my head soaked into new things. I learn how water works. I learn how some physics work. I had to learn that for this, for the guns asset pack, the weapon asset pack. So I learned how to make weapons, not weapons. So I learned how to make the special effects with the fire coming out of the gun. Out of that, with what I learned, I made these. So yeah, I'm constantly learning stuff, and maybe I will like. Also, for example, by the time I made and I think I mentioned it in the past the two podcasts ago, 2 vlogs ago, I mentioned it that I didn't know how to make proper fog, and that's why I didn't include it in the cemetery pack. There is no fog, even though it would look so freaking killer to have freaking what do you call that thing? To have freaking this thing fog just whoosh, rolling down the hills or rolling down these things, right? So yeah, we didn't have enough of that. I didn't have enough like knowledge back then, so there's no fog in that. So I might add it. I might add this balls. I might add this asset to the cemetery level. Although I wanted to like have some more ideas for the cemetery pack and add those as an update, which is, again, I'm going to learn some stuff and I'm going to add it to this one. I just don't want to just make just a version of this thing, like a version 1.1 or 1.2, just to add this one stupid thing, right? Like maybe I've figured out how to make I don't know, a leaf with a hole in it, right? So now I'm going to make this whole new version. I'm going to upload the whole thing, because you can't just upload the leaf. I'm going to upload this whole thing just so one leaf can have one hole. Makes no sense. So I want to learn to make a bunch of stuff, and I am going to update this thing. And don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you want to see a tutorial of me creating this new assets, because I cannot guess whether people are going to be looking at these. These things take time, and even if I'm working and recording one of these, it's taking memory that I could be using, or resources that I could be using to work faster, because this causes more crashes. This causes things to slug down, because it's recording. Obviously, it's recording in the OBS thing. It's recording. Hey. Ooh. Sorry. I'm 4 years old mentally. I apologize. Anywho, yeah. I need to record this, and it's taking resources that I could be using to do some things, and some things need to be baked. Like, what did I bake for this one? I forgot. But a lot of this, like, I don't even remember which ones, because there's so many things that were baked. Like, off the top of my head, that wall is baked. The moss that is on the walls, that shit is baked. I don't even remember what else is baked. Oh, this wall bumpiness, that's baked. it's a weird thing to bake, but I wanted it to look good. I wanted it to look cool. So it took me several tries to bake it in a way that it would be low poly enough to run smoothly in a game, but at the same time high poly looking enough for it to look like it's more than a few polys. That, like, yeah, look at that. That looks fantastic, and without the baked stuff, it just looks like that. It looks boring and shitty. So yeah, it takes resources, it takes time, and if no one's gonna watch it, because most of these guys are just, I have like 3 views on each one, so don't get me wrong, I enjoy making these, and I enjoy talking about my craft and about the stories and development and all this stuff, but I'm not gonna go out of my way for something that nobody's gonna watch. So if you like this type of content, if you want to see tutorials on how to do some of these things, you just ask for them. Let me know downstairs. Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know that you want to watch this stuff, that you want to see me do this thing. You want, what do you call these things? Advice on how to do cool 3D, all this neat stuff. I'll do it. I'll do it. Just let me know. Because otherwise, if I don't know, I'm not gonna do it. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching to the end. I don't know how long I took this thing, but it's gonna be a long one. Thank you very much for watching. If you're going to buy it, I appreciate that. The more sales I have on this thing, the more things I'm going to be adding here. Because I hate it when my clients have all the same thing. That's why I try to make these things as varied as possible. Maybe you have similar likes to other people, and maybe everyone liked the nature room, and everyone will be, have making the nature room. It's all overgrown and it's all full of moss and shit. I mean, not shit, but moss. You know what I mean, right? So, why even bother? Like, yeah, I want to make stuff that is, like, you don't have to use what everyone else has. Like, you could make your own. You could make my these things. What do you call these things? Excuse me. My asset packs your own, right? Excuse me. So I want you to be able to, like, create stuff, original stuff out of my stuff, and that is why I want to have these things, like, with a bunch of variations, a bunch of things, and the more people buy these things, the more I can create, because there's like a sponsorship, right? You're being my sponsor by buying this stuff, so I can keep doing this kind of stuff, right? Anywho, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about stuff, I'll answer them in the next vlog. Just let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to write it down, and I will actually, I'm still figuring this out, right? So not many people watches these things, and I'm not sure I'm gonna get enough, like, what do you call this thing? Like, yeah. Anywho, thank you very much for watching. Bye. Take care. I can't find the button.